on tools number 2 at Tom Cormier, leading him into turn 1 after a little paint exchange with the 38 of Larry Moore. Ronnie Wattenforth with a great look in car number 440 into the number 3 spot. Then the 31 of Charlie Frere and the 34 of Stacy in that order. Mitchell having a problem with his car number 19. That's the former car number 38, driven here a couple times by Kurt Hooker out of Chatham. Cormier is your leader. 4 in the number 2 spot, Frere. And we believe that 31 car is formerly the 50 of Don McMullen from last year. And before that, it was the 46 of Skip Blatchford a couple years ago. 3 laps complete. Now, Frere going to the inside of Larry Moore here. Looking for his hole now up to the high side. Has to back it down just a tad in the Pride Ford Sales creation. Down the back chute, Cormier now starting to really stretch it out. 5 of 10 complete, and Cormier, who didn't have the kind of season he was expecting last year. Oh, we got the 07 into the wall here on the front straightaway, and some big time front end damage as he tries to nurse it back into the pit area. Steve Stacy in car number 07 ramming the wall off of turn 4, did some heavy duty damage to the front end of that car, trying to nurse it back to the pit area, and now he's starting to leak some kind of fluid. Now he's getting it back into the pit area. Caution flag is out. Stacy taking quite a ride off of turn 4. Now Frere showing big time smoke underneath the Baz Auto 31. And Stacy in the 34 also showing a little puff. He really puffed it out in practice here a little earlier on. Give me water. Six of 10 complete. Cormier in the 2-year leader. Moore in the 38 running second. The 31 Frere is third. Fourth is the 440 Wattenforth. 34 Stacy, 71 Moscow, and 19 Mitchell, all on the lead lap. 3 more numbers we're calling out for the Cooper's Flea Market draw. They are 227, 227, 279, 279, and 311. 311. 227, 279, 311. You have any of those, bring your name on the back, take it to the souvenir stand. Green flag waves off of turn 4. Cormier out into the lead in car number 2. Didn't change much by the looks of things in that car number 2 from a year ago, but it is running a lot better. And Mitchell having his problems down here on the front straightaway in the 19 machine. Running very slowly. It looks like maybe he's rubbed up against the tire or something like that. Eight laps complete. 2 more to go. Cormier ruling the roost right now. Down the back chute they go. Moore in the number 2 spot. Third is the 31 Frere. White flag flies. 1 lap to go. Tommy Cormier really pulling away. Frere showing a bigger puff of smoke each and every time going into turn 1. And at 3 and 4, here comes Cormier to get the checkered flag and picking off his first heat win of the season. Moore off speed all of a sudden, and Frere goes into number 2 spot. Wattenforth comes home 3rd. Stacy ends up 4th. And Moore with a problem on the last turn ends up in the number 5 spot. Then the 19 of Mitchell in the number 6 position. And the green flag comes out. Rick Ferguson leading off at turn number 4. Ferguson in the 10, in the lead. The 8 of Bob Braun slides high, but he's got the number 2 spot. Charlie Frere runs third in the 31. Then the Z28 of McEwen, the 5 of Davis, the 71 Moscow, the 34 Stacy, and the 00 Sheffield. Oh, and Frere slowing down on the front straightaway. McEwen had to take a evasive action to get out of the way. 17.96 that first lap for Rick Ferguson. He's heating it up big time. Ferguson running away and hiding on the 8 of Bob Broad. McEwen into the number 3 spot in the Z28. Davis runs 4th in the 5, then the 71 of Moscow, the 34 of Stacy, the 31 Frere, and the 00 of Kenny Sheffield. 17.9 that first lap for Ken Ferguson on a Picton. And the action, sight, and sound, car number 10. And we got the 31 of Charlie Frere heading into the pit area. Frere in the 31, going pit side. Ferguson really stretching it out in a hurry, making quick of this race. McEwen still in 3rd spot behind the 8 of Broad in the number 2 spot. Davis running strongly in that 5 car. Holding on to the 4th position. Moscow trying to scoot up the inside on him. Can't quite get it done. Casey now slowing on the back straightaway with car number 34. And he will take that machine to the pits. So 34 Brad Stacy with his problems here tonight as well. Ferguson now has inched it out to a full straightaway advantage over the 2nd place car number 8 of Bob Braun. Here comes Charlie Frere back onto the racetrack in car number 31 now. 6 laps complete. Bob Braun still a full straightaway behind your leader, Rick Ferguson. Bob McEwen holding on to the 3rd spot. Moscow has now moved into the 4th position in the 71. Davis back into 5th. And Sheffield running in 6th spot in the 00. Charlie Frere going right back into the pit area with car number 31. Came out and did a couple more laps and then put it right back in. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. 17.92 that lap. 17.92 the last lap for Rick Ferguson. Coming up on Sheffield as he's about to get the checkered flag. Here they come off of turn 4, and it'll be Ferguson picking up his first win of the season. 2nd spot will go to the 8 of Bob Broad. 3rd position, the Z28 of Bob McEwen. 4th in the 71 of Moscow, and then the 5 of Davis in that number 5 spot. Green flag is out off of turn 4. Charlie Frere lead him down into turn 1. Ferguson in the number 2 spot now. Ferguson high in that inside groove as they go into turn 3. Bob Broad runs 3rd in the 8. Sheffield 4th in the 00. Coming around to complete lap number 1, and Ferguson already pulling alongside of Frere. They dice it out into turn 1. Ferguson finds the inside groove, and the big thunder of the late models is heard all around the Greater Willers Bay area. The 10 car of Ferguson now starting to inch away. 2nd spot is the 31 of Charlie Frere. 3rd is the 8 of Bob Broad. 4th spot, the 00 of Kenny Sheffield. 5th is the Z28 of Bob McEwen. 6th is the 22 of Earl Gregory. 7th, the 5 of Darren Davis. And 8th is the 7 of Roger Coble. We have the 112 of Dale Canfield and the 84 of Wally Alterdice in that order. Ferguson starting to motor away. Frere holding off a challenge from Bob Broad in that number 2 spot. 17.8 the last lap for Rick Ferguson. 17.8 bringing it on big time in that 4. Pulling away from Charlie Frere, still being bothered quite severely by the Broad, the former Picton driver, moving to Napanee, and he's now a Goodyear employee. Putting those Goodyears to work off of turn 4, and he's going to take off that number 2 spot from Charlie Frere. Now let's see if Broad can go and get the number 10 of Ferguson, two of the faster cars on this kind of a racetrack. Ferguson in the 10, Broad in the 8. Third spot is Frere in the 31. Fourth is still Sheffield in the 00. Earl Gregory coming through back nicely in his first time out this season in the 5th spot in the 22. McEwen runs 6th in the Z28. Ferguson coming around to complete lap number 7. Has a full straightaway advantage over second place Bob Broad in the 8. Frere still third in the 31. Sheffield holding on a 4th spot in the 00. Gregory really working on him, as is McEwen. Those three running right together on the racetrack. 8 laps are complete. Ferguson now having to worry about some lap traffic for the first time. Roger Cable taking the 7 into the pit area. Now Ferguson gets a little high off of turn 4, picking up the white flag. Ferguson in the high 17s. Meanwhile, Broad in the mid-18s right now, and you can see the result of that as he pulls away and buries the field. Here he comes off of turn 3, really handling well through 3 and 4, picking up the checkered flag. Going away is Rick Ferguson of Picton, Ontario. Second spot will go to the 8 of Bob Broad from Napanee. Third spot, the 31 of Charlie Frere. Here comes the battle for 4th, and it'll be Kenny Sheffield picking up a nice 4th place showing. Gregory, first time out, comes home 5th in the 22. 6th in the Z28 is Bob McEwen. 7th in the 112 is Dale Canfield. Wade in the 17 out in front. Watford falls in the line in second spot in the 440. Here comes Larry Moore up the inside of Paul Turner as they battle it out for the number 3 position. Moore barges right down the inside. Ala Mary Olivia down the left wing. And he takes over the number 2 spot. Tom Cormier shot out of a cannon in the number 3 spot in the 2. Turner runs 4th in the 92. 5th is the 440 of Watford. And the Rocket seems to have some problems with the 440 as it seems to be sputtering in spots around the 3rd mile layover. Wade pulling away to an advantage over Moore. And Greg Oosting off the racetrack off of turn 4. Keeps it fired up and goes right back at it in the Autopro sponsored machine. Still Wade out in front in the 17. Moore actually pulling away from Tom Cormier a bit. Turner down to the inside of Cormier, couldn't make it work going into turn 1. Down the back straightaway they go. Wade in the... Whoa, and Oosting almost lost it again off of turn 4. Wade really bringing it on in the 17 machine. Down the back straightaway, opening up a good size advantage over the 38 of Larry Moore. Wade trying to put Greg Oosting a lap down, goes down to the inside, gets bogged down a little bit down there, loses a little bit of his advantage. Oh, we got a car right off the racetrack, the 440 of Ronnie Wadforth, with some serious damage, went right off the end of the racetrack, down there into turn 1. Caution flag out on the racetrack. You can see the front end damage on Wadforth's 440. Ready to go racing. Wade on the gas quickly. Green lights are on. Through 1 and 2. Wade already pulling away from Larry Moore in the 38. Whoa, and we got that 1 and the 55 got together there in turn 2. Rayner and Oosting, both of them straighten it out. Now Wade pulling away. Cars digging deep down in the clay as they go into turn 1. Getting some good fight off the turn so far here tonight. 38 more in that number 2 spot. Third is the 2 car. Tom Cormier. Cormier really eats the back bumper of the 38 of Larry Moore as they battle it up to the number 2 spot. Also a good battle for fifth between the 57 of Sandercock Whoa, and Oosting loses the handle, loops it right down the front straightaway, hands it down into the infield. Now continues upon his way. Also down into the infield is the 34 Brad Stacy. Car spinning every which way it goes loose. Shades of the Indianapolis 500 the way cars are messing around the racetrack. It's the 1708 still out in front. White flag lap coming here. And he's going to get by the 34 Stacy coming off third. 4 Stacy drives him down into the infield almost. Waits lead shrinking rapidly behind the 34 of Stacy. The 1708 now feels the heat from the 38 of Larry Moore. Moore gives him a bump going down into turn 3 and 4. Coming off the turn for the last time. Stacy still in front of both cars. And Wade picks up the win. Second spot goes to Moore in the 38. Third is the 2 of Tom Cormier. Turner holds on to fourth in the 92. Fifth, I believe, went to the 57 of Sandercock. Then the 71 Moscow, the 55